everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Dolphins are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Bills, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Larry, thank you. The renovations, they have certainly transformed this place as EA Sports welcomes you to beautiful Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Back there! Hurry up, here we go! Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Over!
Again, it's Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On 2nd down, here's Peterman. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Peterman. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Back-to-back big plays right there, and the Bills have another first down. So the offense has it first and 10. Now Peterman. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down, it's McCoy. And he's got room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll try and run this sweep to McCoy. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Patriots are out to an early lead there over the Jets. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run it here. This is Antonio Andrews. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now Peterman on second down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. On third down, Peterman. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now McCoy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Second down, Peterman. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Koamisi in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back over.
Now the big man, this is Andrews. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot! No. Check. Patriot!
Shift together here from the D-line.
Back 99, Philly. Here we go. All right, here. No. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. the gun. It's Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Watch it now, Barney. Back out of that Philly. Here we go. Switch.
Again, it's McCoy. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and sneak it here. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a 1st down. On the counter, here's McCoy. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. It's Peterman. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Peterman. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
From the shotgun, Peterman. And his throw here's incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. Blue 90. Good. Here we go now. 319.
Now it's Peterman. But he hits his man, Matthews. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On second down, Williams finds a seam inside the 40. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. First down, Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Thomas. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. A second quarter score from down in Houston. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here come the Bills. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Peterman. The hook up good to Marquise Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
10th carry now for McCoy. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Play action. Now Peterman. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. William Hayes in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The play clock's running down. Garoppolo on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second down, here's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Parker. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hurry up, watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Going deep here for Landry. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down following the incompletion. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And the Patriots are out to an early lead there over the Jets. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Ten yards still left on second down.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw is Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Got four down. Gone. Check it backer. Over.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he finds a man. It's Fasano. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Garoppolo now, first down throw, flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Garoppolo again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing now, Peterman on first down. That escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Kouamisi in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Here we go.
handoff. Running left is McCoy. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
3rd and long. It's Peterman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go. Green. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Set. 3-19.
They run it again with Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Check safety.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcel Darius busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Now he'll escape to his left. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Pardon, there was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And tack on some more points for the Steelers, extending their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now Garoppolo. And he will find Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Julius Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
No. Jack, Patriot.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Second down, Peterman. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They begin the drive with Williams. Room here to run. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 33. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A wide receiver carry for Parker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Time running out here on the play clock. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Complete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, Peterman. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Koamisi, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Final minute now of the third quarter. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll bootleg it with Peterman. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Miami. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. And we're seeing an extension of the lead by the Jags. They're up pretty big. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Let's go! Blue, landed! Blue, gone! Here we go! Blue, landed! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky
Play
56.
clock winding down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Garoppolo now. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
The play clock's running down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.
Here we go now.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go back to the ground with Williams. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Time running out here on the play clock. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play clock winding down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now Peterman on first down. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Play action. It's Peterman. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Second and 10. Peterman again. Now they go screen. It's complete. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On 3rd down, it's Andrews. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. been busy this afternoon. It's Williams looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Blue, down it.
The play clock's running down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. A give to Williams, running right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw. Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Peterman. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The Bills' passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing now is Peterman. And Matthews has it right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go! Blue, landed! Detroit! Detroit! Set!
Peterman to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Dolphins, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on.